So objectively looking at this, more than likely for her to lash out the way that she did at him, there's some aggravating circumstances behind the scenes that we're probably not aware of. He's a rapper, has money, status. He's probably having sex with a bunch of groupies, cheating on her, lying, whatever it may be, right? We can just speculate because we know what comes with guys like him typically, right? Now, with that said, right, him doing all that stuff, it still doesn't give her an excuse to behave the way that she did. But what I think guys need to take away from this and learn from this is that thanks to feminism being here, a lot of women don't respect most men, if I'm going to be all the way 1,000 with y'all, because most women out-earn men. A lot of women are more career-oriented. More women are more ambitious than a lot of guys nowadays. A lot of guys are sitting there whacking off to porn and playing video games and not getting their shit together, right? So a lot of women, by default, don't respect most men. Now, what I would argue, right, and I talked about this briefly a second ago, but this is even more pronounced in the black community, where there's the absence of the father, there's the absence of a male authority, there's the absence of men in the community to look up to. So a lot of the time when black women grow up, they don't have a father there. Every male they do have in their life or know is maybe involved in drug trafficking, involved in criminal activity, isn't necessarily a role model, right? And the guys that they did deal with, they were doing some bullshit. So there's just a negative taste in her mouth when it comes to men in general. And I would say it's even more pronounced in the black community. So she manifested her anger and frustration towards him in the worst way possible on the biggest stage ever with the guy's status, which what women don't understand is when you embarrass your man publicly, you also make yourself look stupid, because what you've now proven is that you're with a lower value male that doesn't have your respect. And you look like an idiot as a woman, because now since you've disrespected him and he took it, you inadvertently put yourself in a leadership and dominant role, which as much as women sit there and say they want to be, you know, strong and powerful and independent, blah, 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 no girl wants to lead their man. That's the biggest lie I think we tell modern day women, is that you can be a leader of your man. It doesn't work that way. No woman wants that shit. So with Uzi Vert accepting this, what's going to happen now is she now controls the frame of the relationship, because he's effectively told her your behavior is acceptable. As a matter of fact, I'm going to apologize for my behavior and I'm going to tolerate your behavior. So now it's only going to get worse here, because now she has the leverage. He's the one in the weaker position. And what I tell y'all in this podcast, when women have the leverage, they're terrible people. So she's going to continue to disrespect him even more so.
And you made a good point. Who does it really hurt ultimately? Her
and
for
him.
sure, but him, he's famous.
Yeah.
So now it looks like he's a little like bitch.
Women don't lose status from having a man disrespect them. I'll give you an example. No one thinks twice that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. People are going to continue to listen to single ladies. People are going to continue to give her respect. She's going to keep getting booked for Super Bowl, whatever the fuck. She's still going to be an icon. If she was to do some fuck shit to Jay-Z, though, it will hurt his reputation, because when a man gets cheated on, he loses status. When a woman gets cheated on, it might even increase her status. Look at Kobe Bryant's wife.
Will Smith.
Look at Will Smith. That's an example of, yeah, your girl cheating on you, losing status. Dude, the guy's a fucking legend, and his name has been tarnished because his wife is a whore. His wife is a whore and did some stupid shit, took no accountability for it, put out in front of everybody, and now he's lost status because of that.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, if it was the other way around, and you smash a chick and she stood by his side, she would regain respect. And I think Kobe Bryant's wife is a good example of that. Beyonce is a good example of that.
Yeah.
So,
RP.
Yeah, guys, female disrespect will fuck you up and tarnish your legacy down the road. But you disrespecting her won't necessarily tarnish her legacy. When men have the leverage, it always works. When women have the leverage, it's an L.